for Beguiled, I mean, just watching the trailer, it feels like this is kind of a mixture of genres. It's almost like it's like a Western, it's like an old school romance, and kind of a horror movie too. So I'm curious, was this like your attempt to kind of dip your hand in like in a bunch of different genres at once?
It's funny because I never made a genre film, but I was really thinking about the whole Southern Gothic genre and like how to do a movie in that style. So it has these different elements, and it has a little bit of a bodice ripper, and just the kind of sexual repression and the steamy South was really fun.
So why was Colin Farrell the right choice of somebody to torture for 2 hours?
He's a good sport, because he would do it. No, he's so charming, charismatic, and a great actor. And our story is so heightened that it could kind of go campy, but having really great actors helped it feel real and natural, I think.
How much did you guys actually rehearse, like, before getting into this? Or did you guys approach it and just say, we're just going to go into it here? Or was there a long process to get everybody into that mode?
Yeah, no, I think they all did their own preparation, and then we got together in New Orleans just before filming, and we did things together, and the girls did a lot of rehearsing together with Nicole as the headmistress, and learning about how they lived at that time, and we had like Civil War reenactor consultants of how they did things, so it was interesting.
So this is based on a novel. It's also been adapted before. For you, was there any pressure to deliver something that, you know, was going to measure up to that, or were you just seeking out to do your own thing just completely?
Yeah, I mean, I would never want to remake a movie, especially that's a classic movie. So for me, it was really an exercise in making my version and really telling the same story, but from the female character's point of view, which was I thought interesting for me to do.
And I know you get this question all the time. You're always working with, or you've worked with Kirsten Dunst numerous times now. What is it about her and you, like as a dynamic, that works so well?
Yeah, I love working with Kirsten. I love her as an actress and as a person, and I've known her since she was 16. So we just have fun together, and she totally gets how I like to do things. So it's always fun because we're on the same page of how to approach the story.
The only other thing I have is we've never seen you do a sequel. Charlize is very popular for pictures. Oh, okay, sorry. I'm just curious, you've never done a sequel for any of your films. I'm just curious if you've ever wanted to revisit anything that you've done before. Is there ever a project where you're like, I'd love to go back to those characters?
Yeah, no, I just feel like they're finished and then you move on to other things, so I've never been drawn back to them.
I just have to ask you, what is it like to torture Colin Farrell for 2 hours?
You should ask him what it's like to torture me, because he's the one manipulating all of us, not me.
It definitely feels like there's a lot of mystery and intrigue in this film, and I'm just curious for you, you know, what is the draw to you, besides working with Sofia again, what is the draw to taking on a role like this?
To me, the draw is really Sofia. She's my friend, and I've worked with her forever, and I thought, I love her perspective. I love her movies. I love her movies. I'm in them. I'm like, that doesn't sound great. I'm like, I love her movies.
I love them.
I love them. But I just, you know, it's nice to work with your friends and collaborate with your friends, especially when they're amazing directors.
What is it like to be tortured and to torture in this film by so many beautiful, talented actresses?
It was fun. It was fine, man. It wasn't a tough day at the office. I have to say, it just wasn't a tough day at the office. Surrounded by amazing actresses and amazing women, and at the helm of it all, Sofia, you know, doing her thing, and she wrote a really beautiful, dramatic script, and you know, bordering on melodramatic, as it should have been, honouring the source material. And I had seen the original film with Clint Eastwood, and it was kind of a masterpiece of Southern Gothic, and it was very macabre and very psychologically twisted. I remember seeing it in my teens. And this film will be different. I don't know what it will be. I haven't seen it, but it was a joy being tortured by the women. It was a joy.
Did you guys manage to have any moments of levity on set?
Yeah, it was really fun set, man. I don't know, but I've never been able to answer that question. I'm a bore when it comes to that. Give us a funny story, seriously. But no, it was a joy to work on. It really was, and it was easy. Sophia's so laid back, you know. She really is. She's so laid back, and she's so open to the collaborative process. And it was fun.
blood. I pray that the Lord see fit to restore the health of the wounded soldier. We ask for your protection over our school, and we pray that we will be kept from harm throughout the night. Amen. Seems like the soldier being here is having an effect.
If you could have anything in the world, what would it be?
To be taken far away from here. We can show him some real Southern hospitality. Corporal McBurney's stay here has taught us all a very important lesson. Can I get you anything? The enemy is not what we believe.
You're still here. It's over. Go home. What are you expecting? Sam Jackson show up with an eye patch and a saucy little leather number? Go.